I don't know why I can't hear. Can people hear me? I don't know if people can hear me or not. Can people hear me now? There are 5 people in the room. People hear me now. Let me see. Oh, wait, maybe Latoya can hear me. She says she can hear me now. Text me, Latoya, and let me know if you can hear me as well as see the stream, please. Okay, people hear me just fine. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first ever virtual information meeting. If you cannot see the stream, could you please go on to the YouTube? If you look for, or go on slabeeber.org website, I posted the link to this streaming online there. So hopefully you'll find it there. Welcome, everybody. I will give us about 30 more seconds to find a way to get in the room. If you use the link to get into StreamYard, you would use the link that begins with a K and not the one that begins with an E. So use the one that begins with a K and not the one that begins with an E. You can get directly into StreamYard. It only allows up to 6 people to participate on StreamYard. All others will have to watch this on YouTube. So I'll give us a couple more seconds. Thank you for posting that you can hear me. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you, Latoya, that you can see the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you, Storm. Thank you very much. I am going to begin. There looks like some people are dropping in and out. So I am going to the next slide. As you know, we are returning to Ghana, West Africa in June 2020. So get ready to write down the dates of our travel. Will be June 17th. We will leave SLA Beeber. We will leave Philadelphia on June 17th, 2020, and we will return to the United States of America on July 2nd, 2020. So on the 16th of July, we will leave, the 1st of July, we will leave Ghana, and the 17th, we will leave America in June, but arrive in Ghana on the 18th of June. So it is a 2-day travel. Depending upon the numbers and how many students and how many adults will be going, we will, it will depend on which way. We will either leave from Newark, New Jersey or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We will not leave from JFK this year because it's just too many additional hours of travel leaving out of JFK. So we will leave from Newark, New Jersey, or Philadelphia. As you can see, there are 10 different regions in Ghana which are considered states. We will be traveling to 6 of them. One, two, three, four, five, seven of them. We may not be able to touch the northern region. Let me just take you over there. We may not get to the northern region, but we will get to all the other regions: Volta regions, Eastern region, Ashanti region, Western region, Central region, and Greater Accra region, which you can see on the map here. Not sure if you can see me pointing to the map. Let me see if I can get a pointer going. Yes, over here. This is the map, and these are the regions, okay? If you have any questions, please post them in the comment box, either on YouTube or in StreamYard, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions as we go along. This trip falls under 3 different categories for our students and any adult traveler who would like to attend. It is a cultural excursion. It is both a science and an environmental excursion. And of course, it's an educational excursion. So we do a great deal. We visit the palace in the Ashanti region. We go to a Kente village. We go to both castles, one in Elmina and the Cape Coast Castle, where many Africans left the continent never to return to Africa. We go to Kakum National Park. We visit the W.E.B. Du Bois Center, which connects the African American directly to Ghana, Africa. Kwame Nkrumah Square, we will visit there. He is the founding father of Ghana, Africa. And for those who don't know, Kwame Nkrumah graduated from both Lincoln University and University of Pennsylvania. And he was the first founding father of independence of the country of Ghana. We'll go to craft villages. We learn how to drum. We will learn how to do some traditional Ghanaian dances. We'll participate in a naming ceremony this year. So that will be a lot of fun. We'll go to cocoa farms. I don't know if you know, but most of the chocolate that we eat right here in America begins its growth from trees in Ghana, Africa. And we will visit some of the farms. We'll visit waterways. They have waterfalls. The rubber plantations are the tires that we drive on, adults. That rubber is coming out of Ghana, Africa, and some other African countries as well. But a lot of it comes out of Ghana. We will also take a look at the animal and marine life that is there, as well as the plants that are there. And that's the science and the plant medicine that is developed as a result of the plant and vegetation farms there. Also, we will have the education part. We will collaborate with other Ghanaian schools. Let me see if I can get this a little bigger. With Ghanaian schools. And so our children will have some class time experience. Now, in talking about that, I know that many of our lower school families are interested in having their children attend. If we get a good number of young people, I can then collaborate with some of the JHS, that's what they call schools with children your age, speak to some of the headmistresses and headmasters to see if it will be possible to have collaboration with schools with children your age. But at this particular point, I usually only collaborate with high school administration. But I don't have a problem, but I will need to have a solid number. And after that, I can make arrangements for us to collaborate with other students your children's age. And this is at the request of the parents of the SLA Beeber Lower School. It is not my first choice to take your children or it is just not my first choice because I teach high school, but I don't have a problem taking your children as long as you are willing to accompany your children. I don't think that I want to take the responsibility of very, very young children under the age of 13 without having their parent, at least one of their parents, with them. So in collaborating with Ghanaian schools, I need to do some pre-work in order to have your children feel just as welcome there as they do at SLA at Beeber. We also do global missions. So everyone's second piece of luggage, with every ticket that is purchased to go into Africa, you get two 50-pound pieces of luggage. One 50-pound piece of luggage, and this is underneath the plane. One 50-pound piece of luggage is yours. The other 50 pounds will be missions, things to give away. And I'll talk more about that with those who decide to go on the trip. So know that you're allowed two pieces of luggage underneath, and one will be for your items and the other will be to give items away to the people and orphanages and churches and some of the village schools. We will give things to them. I have schools listed here. Some of the schools that we have been involved with for a very long time is Koforidua Tech High School. Students in 2018 went there. We also went to Archbishop Porter Girls Secondary School. This year we will visit Kanishi Secondary High School, and we went to Endema High School. We visited some primary schools as well, but not to do the collaboration. It was to do missions. So when we were there in 2018, and I'm talking SLA Beeber family, we visited maybe about 7 or 8 different schools over our 15 days of travel. So those students were able to really have a great time collaborating with other young people their age. Anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions popping up except one from Miss Storm Foreman that I answered already. One thing that is for certain and two for sure: any adult who would like to travel along with us, you must have a child abuse and criminal background check information. Our president, our home and school president, has informed me that you can get these for free. Normally they cost, I believe, $10 each, but you are eligible to get them for free in joining this trip. I forgot the category she said that you will have to come under, but just know that you have to have criminal background and child abuse checks. Please. Everyone has to have them. Every adult has to have them. I cannot take anyone's children without people having child abuse and criminal background checks. We're all school district people. We're mandated reporters. So that is a big deal for us to be able to know that our children are protected and are safe with any adult who we travel with. Now, here's the pricing. Lots of people are asking me this. You It will go under volunteer. Someone just texts me. It will go under student volunteer. Volunteer in a school district. That's what you will have to get, and you can get a free criminal background check. So the prices, I'm not sure. Hopefully you can see that. For students, $3,680, and for adults, $3,860. That is everything that's included. The cost to get to the airport, whether it be the Philadelphia airport or the Newark, New Jersey airport, we will leave from SLA Beeber. Also, it includes all fuel and the driver cost. If you go onto the YouTube channel, I have links there linking you into the cost package, the package cost, but I will put that in a little while. I don't know if I can do it while I'm on StreamYard here because I'm afraid to do anything different with the computer and come out of the broadcast. So it's about almost $6,000 to do travel in and around Ghana. It will be 14 nights in hotels. And it's about $675 for double occupancy and an added rate for single room, which are our adults, of $430. Now, in considering our younger students from the lower school, I understand I cannot change the prices for students and adults, even with lower school. It depends upon how many lower school students we get. If in fact I can do a whole room of young people that young, I will do it. However, with the high school students, they room together. I do not have adults rooming with students, and I don't ask adults to room with anyone else either. The clearances must be at least 1 year old. So the Brown family, at least 1 year, the clearances need to be active. After 1 year, educational organizations do not like to accept them. So if your clearance is within a 1 year framing from the time that I receive it, then I will accept it. And I believe the school district will too. So that's not a problem. The 14 days, and then you have 13 dinners and 13 lunches. And the reason why it's 13 and not 14, on that last day, sometimes we only need to eat breakfast, depending on when our flight is. However, last time we went, we negotiated for the hotel to organize lunch prior to us getting on the plane. Our flight was at 10 o'clock at night. Then all your entrance fees will be paid for any exhibits and tours that we take. You're paying for that up front as well. And tour guide cost will pay for that as well. Also included in the cost is a $60 visa fee to enter into Ghana. They do not let Americans come into Ghana for free, so we have to pay a visa fee. And breakfast is included with all the hotel stays, so we don't have to buy breakfast at all. The flights the prices that I'm getting right now for flights are between $1,690 to $1,820. So anywhere in between that could be the cost of a flight. However, after this meeting and when your deposit of $300 will be due, I will be able to nail down a better price for flights, but it could be anywhere from 1690 to 1820. And if you do a breakdown of the total cost, and what I did, I really went to the 1690. I went closer to that than the 1820. And the tour operator that I'm working with, we decided we are not changing any of the prices no matter what, and nor will you get less of a service or less of a trip with the prices remaining the same. Um, I have $80 per person, the Visa cost here. I don't know why I had 60. $80 per person is included in your trip cost. Your passport costs you must do on your own. I cannot buy passports because they last for you 10 years for adults and children over the age of 16 or 17. Under 16 or 17, their passport will be good for 5 years. So I we do not take on the cost of passports. However, if you need that kind of help to get your passport, I don't have a problem taking you through the steps of getting a passport. I see a question: how many regions will the group be visiting? Out of the 10 regions of Africa, of Ghana, we will visit 6 of the regions. Next, the yellow fever immunization. That cost about 250. I put 265 because 2 years ago it was about 250. If it has gone up, it might be about $265. Your travel cost does not cover that either. However, I have asked Mr. Johnson if we can do a different type of fundraiser this year. I'd like to do a youth concert somewhere where we can raise thousands of dollars, because there is no way that we can, I'll say it like this, just take over the school by selling a lot of snacks and snack foods and unhealthy items to our student community to raise money. So we won't do that. And I need to really have something, because I want to help families with the yellow fever immunization cost. And families, please know that your yellow fever immunization is good for 10 years. So once you get that shot, it is good for 10 years. But this time, I really am trying to raise money or find an organization that will sponsor the young people's immunization. Malaria pills are covered under most insurances, so you don't really have to worry about a cost for that. You can go to your primary care physician, or even, I believe, Minute Clinics will also prescribe for you malaria pills if you tell them you are traveling to Ghana, Africa. So that is not a problem either. Travel insurance. This time for this trip, I am going to make sure we get travel insurance for every traveler. And I'll have more details about that later. And I don't have a cost associated with it, but I will be working within the cost that is already quoted: $3,680 per student and $3,860 per adult. And let me just tell you a big secret, all of adults: SLA children are wonderful children. If you plan to go as an adult chaperone, truly I and my husband are the chaperones, and you are the guest of Ghana, and you will have a wonderful time. You will not necessarily have to watch people's children, but you will be the extra set of eyes and ears to make sure that our children get the excitement of traveling outside of the United States of America, and more so traveling to the continent of Africa. This will be wonderful. Children traveling on the trip. In 2018, we took one student who went to a charter school. I see your question, Storm. No, they don't necessarily have to attend SLA, but they need to have some sort of affiliation with SLA. We took a counselor from an elementary school went, and she wanted her nephew to go. And they did everything, and her nephew went. Well, this year he is now a new ninth grader at SLA at Beeber. So he had become a part of the family at that point, and we did not let him go. So if children outside of SLA want to go, they will be traveling with an adult already. I will not take other children outside of other schools without either truly a school district employee to go along with them. So hopefully that answers your question. Fundraising options. There are so many different fundraising options that can be done. One big thing is if you belong to any type of religious organization, the churches will help you. Secondly, the crowdfunding that is now done online. You're also welcome to do that. Thirdly, your employers. We had employers write big checks for people's children in order for them to not have to pay full cost to go. I also have other fundraising ideas, how, but I will go into that in more detail with people who are seriously considering going. So just know that fundraising options are available, and that I will be sharing that with you. I know the home and school president is on one of the lines. Either she's in the StreamYard or she's on YouTube right now. Together, all checks that are written out to SLA Beeber HSA. So everything that is done in collaboration with our home and school association. Everything in accordance with this trip is in collaboration with our home and school association, and so will fundraising be in collaboration with them. Just a picture. So this is the young man that wasn't a student at our school at the time of travel, Sharif, but now he is. Interestingly, there are only 3 children from this trip who go to the school now. Sharif is one of them. Hanif is in the class of 2020. Dorian is in the class of 2020. And all the young ladies that you see here, they all graduated in 2019, but they all went to Ghana. And we really had a great time. Really had a great time. So the itinerary is not still being formulated. I do have that. Let me try to switch this over and see if I can get it. I put the link on YouTube. Let me see if I can post it again. Let me see. The proposed itinerary link. Yes, I'm about to post it again. And as you can see, I have my email. If you go to that proposed itinerary link, you will get everything that we're going to do. And then I will post the package cost link for everybody. And that is on the YouTube. Let me see if I can get it. I don't know if I can get it here in StreamYard, but there it is. Can everyone see it? Yes or no? Just let me know. I believe everyone should be able to see that. So now, any questions? I know that I gave a lot of information very quickly, but I want everyone to have an overview. Oh, I know one thing I didn't say. If in fact you want to travel with us, your your first deposit will have to be into our school by October the 3rd. October the 3rd. So I tried to wait until the beginning of the month and past the end of the month and hopefully a pay period. You will be required to have a $300 deposit, non refundable deposit. It would go along with your application packet, and let me get that shared link for you right now. So I'm doing that. And I see the question up about currency exchange rate. You can go into you can find that yourself on Google, but accraexpat.com, I believe that's, check there. They usually have really accurate currency rates, very accurate currency exchange rates for the American dollar and the Ghana CD. It's called Ghana CDs. Well, one thing I'll have to tell you, Americans, you will feel like you're rich when you go to Ghana, Africa, and exchange your American dollars, because you do gain some money. You gain some money when you go there and exchange your dollars. Any other questions? I am placing in the chat on YouTube. You'll see it come up for all of the items that you need. Does anyone else have any questions? I'm not sure. Google stopped Google Hangouts, and I used to be able to do a live presentation like this, and then it was saved on to YouTube. This is live streaming. I'm not sure if this is going to save or not. So just know that the links that I am posting right now, you'll have, the only other way you'll have access to them is to email me. And you can email me at my slabeeber.org email address, and that's bbentoon@slabeeber.org. If you have any specific questions that you want to ask about Ghana, Africa, you are welcome to email Mr. Bentoon, who teaches at Furnace High School, at his school district email address, and he is S. Bentoon for Samuel Bentoon at philasd.org. Both of us will be more than happy to help you. Are there any questions? Is there an age limit on how old the child must be to attend? Hmm. I mean, little teeny weeny children. I teach high school. I tell you, I teach high school. Mr. Bentoon teaches high school. So I don't even know what can happen with very little children. I know that high school children um, are more close to adulthood than they are being itsy bitsy babies. So that's something that I would have to talk about with you. And what age of child are we talking about? Um, so I think I need to talk with you. Um, but you need to know that I'm very hesitant to take very young children. I'm even hesitant to take our fifth and sixth graders. However, if parents want their fifth and sixth graders to go, and they're willing to pay the cost and go along with their fifth and sixth grader, I am agreeable to that. Um, Children under the age of that fifth grade level, I really don't know. I really don't know. So that's something that I would have to pray about and meditate. For those who don't pray and understand prayer, I will meditate about it. And then please email me with a phone number or something, and we can talk about it. And you can maybe convince me as to all the reasons why I should take very young people. My husband and I should take very young people to Ghana, Africa. So you're going to have to convince me on that. Are there any other questions? So if you are doing the math on the pricing, I believe it's a little over $500 a month if you wanted to do a monthly payment plan for the adults. For the children, I would have all types of fundraising going for my child if I were you. And I am planning to do 3 big fundraisers to help put a dent into the total cost for the children. So just know, and I have had it approved with Johnson. So one is a concert. One of my former students from Overbrook High School manages a group, Verbosity, and I'd really like to have them perform along with maybe a showstopper, Philadelphia. I am approaching a Ghanaian men's club to do our security for us and contacting someone else to get a venue, an insured venue, talking about doing a skating party, and then also for adults to support us without always going after the youth dollar, to do a film with a scholarly panel. The film is called Footprints of Pan-Africanism, and the filmmaker is down at Howard University. And she told me I could use her film for fundraising, but only if I did it through a university. So I'll be approaching University of Penn and collaborating with people there and all of these people to do that also as a fundraiser. So that's another big idea that I have. I wanted to tell you all, though, do fish fries and chicken dinners in your homes or in little places around the city of Philadelphia. One of my girls who went in 2018, her mother did a fish fry. Her mother earned about $2,000 from one fish fry. One fish fry, $2,000. So the sky is the limit, especially when people know that you're trying to get your child to Africa. People will support you. Your child will have a good time. I don't know if you follow any of those young people's social media, but also on slabeeber.org. If you just search Ghana, you will see even the over 200 pictures that were posted from our 2018 trip. Not on our new site, with I think it's on both of them. It's on the new site too, with slabeeber.philasd.org. It's on that site, and it's also on slabeeber.org. So we are 48 minutes into this broadcast, and I did not want to go over 1 hour. If people don't have any questions, I think we can end here. You know that by October 2nd, I will need to have a $300 deposit along with, let me see if I can get this application packet up. Let me see. Yes. So it would be, there's a lot to this application packet, but I ask a lot of questions along with this page. This page is going to be required along with a $300 deposit. And I gave you a link to that in on the YouTube site. Also, I have in here that you would agree to upload WhatsApp on your phone, which is an international communications media. Because what I want to do for those who are traveling with us, that we make a group on WhatsApp so that we're always communicating with each other. Any questions that you have right away, you'll be able to get me immediately, because my email is over the top and I don't often answer it, but I will answer what's up very quickly, and we can communicate easily. That way we can share videos, we can share audio, we can share documents, and we can text all through WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is really a good media. I don't know how well you can see that, but WhatsApp. WHATSAPP. Let me see if I can get this up for you. Doesn't look too different. We're not going to do that. Okay. I don't see any questions. So if all hearts and minds are okay, I look forward to receiving deposits on October 2nd. I'm not sure if, in fact, this is going to save onto YouTube. Oh, Mendase Storm. She put Madase. Madase means thank you in an Akan language, in Tree, and also Fanti. Madase. And I said to her, no thanks necessary, Mendase. No thanks necessary, or you're welcome. All right. If all hearts and minds are satisfied, we will end our first ever informational virtual meeting as SLA Beeber prepares to return to Ghana, Africa in June 2020. Thank you.